Hello everybody and welcome back to the Stacey West channel. I am your host Ben, and today I'm joined by Ryan from Trotter Chatter because the Imps are heading over to Bolton on Saturday to the ToughSheet Stadium, and yeah, not a happy hunting ground for the Imps over the past few years. But how are we doing, Ryan? You well?
I'm not too bad. It was a disappointing one last night, so still licking my wounds a little bit, but overall not complaining.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, you know, Bolton finished 8th in the table last season. So looking ahead to this season, is the mood in the fan base to and the club, I suppose, to kind of go one better than that and finish top 6? Is that an expectation? Is it a hope? You know, what's the feeling in the camp at the minute?
Yeah, so obviously we missed out 2 seasons ago in the playoff final to Oxford United. The season after that was expectations to be around a similar spot. And once again, yes. I don't think anyone would disagree that Bolton are one of the bigger teams in the league. And obviously we're an ex-Premier League side and we'd like to think we are better than League One, but we are becoming one of those teams who are rattling around in this division. So it's got to be promotion. However we do it. I prefer us to do it the easy way, but sometimes it's not as simple as that, is it?
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, we've had instances in the past where we wanted to be in and around it and ended up in the playoffs. I mean, back in when we won League Two, the season before was a difficult one, missing out on the playoffs just before. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, like you say, the history behind Bolton implies that you guys should, not by rights, but you should probably be up in and around the conversations. So, I mean, I've had a quick look over the transfer business, and I've counted 11 players, I think, that have come in over the summer. Is there anything that you've seen from the new lads that, obviously one in particular we're very interested in from a Lincoln City perspective, but how have they settled in so far, and does it look like you're putting together a team that you think could challenge at that top end?
Yeah, so done a big squad overhaul. Schumacher, he's got rid of all Evert's players, let them go, sold them. Any players he doesn't think are up to the way he wants to play, and yeah, so brought in 11 new players. We're very much in a gelling period at the minute. You can really see some of the positives in the way we're creating chances, the way we are playing, but it's not quite clicking yet. I'll start with Ethan Erhahon. He got his first league start last night, and him and Simons, in centre mid were both phenomenal. I was really happy with him. He's an old school defender who loves to tackle, and we've been missing that for a long time. So I'm really happy with him. The one to watch, I think, for Lincoln fans would be Amario Corsi at Dewberry. He was on loan at Blackburn last season. We've got him on loan from Brighton. I mean, he's ridiculous and far too good for League One level. Very skillful, very dangerous, and I think you'll notice him quite quickly on the weekend. Brought in some new strikers as well. So Sam Dolby from Wrexham, big target man. He's been injured though, so he got his first 20 minutes last night against Reading, and Nathan Burstow on loan from Hull as well, who's looking like a good loanee. To be fair, we got him. He's got everything you want in a striker, to be fair. He can hold the ball up, he can run in behind, he's a bit tricky, scored 2 goals for us already. So I'd definitely keep an eye on him, and I think he would probably play up top. We've got Thierry Gale, so he's from Barbados. Bought him from the Austrian League, so I'm sure that's some kind of data-driven signing there. Another very classic winger. I think a lot of people have looked at Bolton sides in the past and seen this sort of budget Pep Guardiola football playing around the back and stuff, but Schumacher doesn't play that way, and to the delight of many Bolton fans. It's a lot more gung-ho. We've got wingers, we've got 4 at the back. You're not getting punished for doing a long goal kick. It's all very exciting, and probably another one to look at is Teddy Sherman on loan from Chelsea in goal. He was part of Doncaster's big promotion winning side last year, and His distribution is very, very good. Like, it's a big part of our game. Straight from goal kicks up to those wingers, playing it in behind. So there's a lot to talk about, really, because obviously, like I said, the squad has changed so much, but with large wholesale changes comes a lot more gelling, and we're still working that out yet.
Yeah. So is it still? I know that previously we've seen Bolton be quite possession heavy, quite intent to have the ball and let teams come, try and deal with that. Is that sticking around? Is there any major changes from how you guys played last season, and is that something that we can expect to see on Saturday?
He's like the opposite of Ian Everett's style of football. It's all about getting the ball, collecting it, and attacking straight off, no matter how we do it. Everett played in a sort of way of, like I said, this Guardiola style football that's dripped its way through the leagues of heavy possession, team based rather than individual based, and waiting for that opponent to make that mistake. We're challenging fullbacks by running at them. We've got skillful players. Not afraid to get the ball in the box. We're actually practicing set pieces again. It's a very different way of playing, but we're creating chances with it. The unfortunate thing at the minute is we're not scoring goals, averaging like 20 plus chances a game, but not scoring enough. And if we get that right against you guys on Saturday, it could be really, really good for us. Defensively as well, we're not quite worked that one out. Obviously, it's not as safe as that back three with two defensive mids in front. So we are looking a little bit leaky when we switch off. So it's completely different to probably what any Lincoln fan would have seen from us previously, even when Schumacher was manager and took over the squad last year towards the back end.
Okay. So, I mean, one of the things that I think we tend to see quite early on in the season, you see fans of opposing sides look at it and go, might be a good time to play him. Obviously, like you say, the squad's still in that period where they're still gelling. You've had I think it would be fair to say you've had a middling start to the season. 2 draws, 1 win and 1 loss.
Arguably disappointing, really. I would say, if anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, is there a bit of a feeling that things are starting to come together now, and can you see? I mean, I don't know what you've seen of Lincoln so far this season, if anything, but is there anything that you've seen that you think maybe there's a weakness that can be exploited, or how have you how do you maybe see it going on Saturday?
Yeah, so when I said I've not seen anything Lincoln this season. I've obviously seen a lot of the way your side plays, and I don't imagine it's too different. What I have noticed is a lot of positive signs from Bolton, but like I said, with creating the chances, what we have been caught out with in the past 2 games is basically controlling the game and not having that killer instinct to close it off. And we've been switching off in 70th minute and conceding very silly goals. It happened at Barnsley. It happened last night. And I think that persistence, if Lincoln can keep themselves in the game, there is always that opportunity for us to take over. On the other hand, we're keeping the ball, but it's more organic. We're not trying to keep possession, but we're getting control of the game. So we will probably pen Lincoln in if we play like we have done in the past few games. So I think from a Lincoln point of view, it's about sitting in and not getting exposed by the wingers. I don't know how high the line you play, but I imagine it wouldn't be wise to be too high with sort of the counter-attacking ability and pace that we've got going forward now. As a Bolton fan, I do feel relatively confident because I am seeing the pieces together. Even from day dot when we played Stockport on Sky, we lost 2-0 to Stockport, but we could have won that game. I know it's coulda, woulda, shoulda, but there are signs there that things are... It could click any moment.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like we've always, on the podcast, we always sort of say, as long as you're creating chances, at some point things will click and you could score a hatful one game and everything suddenly falls into place. So the thing is, from a Lincoln perspective, I mean, I remember going to Bolton in the FA Cup many years ago. I think it was 2010. Went away and we got hammered 4-0, and we've not won at away at Bolton in all that time, even when we've been back in the same division. So it's not a happy hunting ground for us, and it's one of those grounds that is maybe a bit of a stigma to it. But I don't know. I just think there might be, if we can keep it up, if we can keep this strong start to the season, 3 wins out of 4, we might be able to maybe stifle something. Obviously, there is the added bite of having, Ethan Erhahon, one of our crown jewels from last season, playing against us. As a quick aside, as a Bolton fan, what was your initial reaction to you guys signing Erhahon? Bear in mind that he got sent off for running his mouth in the game last time out.
So I think we've needed that midfield general. We've not really replaced him since maybe MJ Williams 2 or 3 years ago, and we've tried to make other players do that role. And I was very pleased. I think if you know EFL and you know League One, you know what he can do. And he was the profile of player that I really wanted. And I think at that point the signings were coming in, and it was a real sort of icing on the cake. I don't mind a player that's obviously, you've seen the teams that I've grown up watching with Bolton. I don't mind them being a bit like that, having a bit of a personality, a bit of an attitude about them, especially when you need leaders and big personalities to get you out of these tough games and this league overall. So I'm very, very pleased. The fact he is sort of happy just to do the dirty work and not necessarily get the plaudits for it, I think it's a big sort of attribute for him, sort of perfect for us. I think he complements Simons really well. So yeah, really good, really happy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we know what he's all about, and we know what he's going to be. We know what we're up against on Saturday. Obviously, like you say, bunch of other players coming in as well. Koji Jubri looks like the one where we're going to have to go, oh, that could be a fun one. We're actually in a spot at the moment where we're kind of reliant on Riley Towler as our left back, who is not a natural left back. But he's deputising quite well there at the moment while we try and find a permanent one to come in. So I think from the sounds of it, he's probably in for a bit of a tough afternoon.
Yeah, he
on
might
Saturday.
be in for a shift, to be fair, but we're struggling ourselves at fullback. We've been playing Jordi Ositutu, who is technically a wide midfielder, just because we're a bit lacking in that position. He had a decent game, but he's not a natural defender, and we might play Dakris Cogley there. We'll see, but that could be a spot there. So there could be a lot of excitement going down those channels if that's the case.
Well, hopefully it's a cracker then. I mean, I always enjoy it when two teams want to play. Michael Skabala is described as following the Plymouth game. I think we had a little bit of criticism beforehand. He was saying, Lincoln are a direct side. You think, well, we're not. And Skabala comes out and says, no, we're a front-footed side. So I think, yeah, 2 teams with an attacking mindset should be a decent game. What we'll do then, we'll press you for a prediction because we always do. We always do, and it always always goes well.
Yeah, okay. I'm still in the positive camp at the minute. I've spent too many seasons under Ian Evatt being doom and gloom, so I'm sticking to being. I really like our manager, and I really like what he's doing. So I'm going to say that Bolton Wanderers will win 3-1. I'm going to roll that over from last night, which I thought was going to happen then. We don't get a result against you on Saturday. That's when we start questioning things a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the history of us never winning there, it obviously goes against us. But I'm gonna say we'll get something out of the game. I don't think we'll win, but I think I think maybe a 2-2 draw would probably be enough to satisfy the Lincoln fans because like I say, we've not taken anything.
By the sounds of it, 2 sides you want to attack, doesn't it? And there could be goals. So yeah, I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, we literally, as we've started recording, we've just confirmed our new signing as well. Even Varfolomeyev, who is from Ukraine, he's played in the Czech league. So whether he'll make a start, I don't know, but he's probably one of those players that might take a little while to bed in. So yeah, this season on the previews, we're doing we're just ending them with 5 little quickfire questions. So I'm going to put these ones to you, Ryan, and you can give us a quick answer on all of them. So first one, best thing about supporting Bolton?
I don't even know the answer to that. Our stadium.
Okay, no, that's a good. I do like it. To be fair, it's quite nice. Okay, following that one, the worst thing about supporting Bolton.
Our negative fan base.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Right, your favourite away day in League One? Well, just favourite away day.
It's got to be Wigan away. We finally got a win there, and yeah, it's sweet when we win there.
One word that comes to your mind when you hear the words Lincoln City.
Determination.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, so far we've had tough, which has been quite a good one. So, and then the team that you secretly hate. So not your rivals, not your Wigans. The team that you secretly hate.
It's probably becoming more and more normal now, but Stockport, because they take all the points off us all the time, no matter what division they're in. They were in the National League, they still beat us.
No, fair enough. Well, look, that is that's our 5 quick fires. We'll give you 30 seconds or so, Ryan, just to let everyone know where they can find you. Give yourself a little plug, then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, so we're the Trotter Chatter podcast. We're on our 4th season, so we're available on all the audio platforms. And we recently put a big push on our YouTube channel this year. If you do want to see the Bolton side of things, we're also recording before the game for our Lincoln preview. So if you want to tune in, check us out.
Super stuff. Right. Well, yeah, we'll leave a link to that down in the description below. But until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Up the Imps.